Scorpio, Sagittarius to your September love reading. Thank you everyone for liking, and those of you who want to subscribe, please hit that big old subscribe button. Okay. Love. This message for love, please. Ooh. Looks like there's a strong magnetic attraction here, but it does look like the deception card is in reverse. So if you did feel like this person was hiding something from you, you do feel like they were wearing a false mask or something, and is showing spirit is saying they are not. They are telling the truth. There was nothing deceptive going on within the situation. Okay, so let your friends help you. I think with the let your friends help you are the ones that are kind of coming in to tell you, no, they're telling the truth. You avoided a separation. Wow. There's so much chemistry here, but it does feel like you did avoid that. Like it was kind of like, I think I'm going to separate from them. I think they're hiding something, but your friends are going to come in and let you know that everything is okay. And it does feel like, yes, there is. There's a reconciliation between the two of you, right? Okay. As you are having a heart-to-heart conversation about the situation. I thought you were lying. I thought you were flirting with someone else, or I thought, you said you had all this money and I thought you were a liar because you drive this crappy car, you wear these crappy clothes, and you kind of live in a crappy house. Or maybe you don't live in a crappy house. Maybe I thought you did until I went to your house. Right? It was like you were looking like Willie Nelson and I thought you were poor and you're telling me you're rich, and then I go to your house and it was like, oh, never mind. Right? Or your friend said, I was at their house the other day. You're tripping, right? However the situation might be, it just feels like you felt like they were wearing some kind of mask, telling you maybe some wild tales or some, untrue stories over here, right? Spinning some tales is what we call that. Whatever the situation was, or maybe you thought that they were flirting with someone else. However, take it how it was, but it looks like you are going to find out the truth about the situation, and there will be a reconciliation. There is a lot of chemistry, like I said, between the two of you. Yep, this is where the Ace of Cups is going to come through the heart-to-heart conversation. It just feels like, yeah, you just have to kind of share the love over here through this heart-to-heart conversation, trying to get down to the pointers, of what it was, why you thought they were deceiving you, right? Maybe you thought they were in a third-party situation, with the Three of Cups over here, and you realize it really was their half-sister or something. You see what I'm saying? Or half-brother or whatever. Because there's definitely something going on where you did feel like they were lying, and it's coming out they are not lying. So, but you'll find that out, and it does look like it could come through your friends, their friends, somehow. Okay, let's see. Clarifying on the situation, please, Spirit. Yeah, the Lovers. Whoa, soulmate connection. Whoa, that's almost twin flame connection going on there. We get the Four of Wands, we're going to know for a fact that this is deep soulmate connection is what I usually call that. It could be twin flame, or it could just be that you lived many, many lives together, guys, to where it's so close. Right? It's so close. It's soulmates. It's almost like you can mirror each other, mirror, mirror. Right? It's like we almost have a psychic connection. No wonder the chemistry is so strong. Yeah, that's some deep stuff. But there will be some, probably, like I said, there will be some choices to the situation, which you will find out later. But you will realize that between the Two of Cups, you do have, reconciliation. Reconciliation with this deep soul mate connection. As the more that you keep learning about each other, the more you're going to realize this is what's really going on. This was inevitable fate that you guys had met. So this was the fated meeting for the majority of you. Okay, because no matter what, it was destined to happen. It was your good luck. It was the way the wheel was turning in your favor to find this person. Now, whether it's just a twin flame so we can learn things from each other and then we say goodbye, right? Or if it's deep soulmate and we're going to, stay together forever, hard to say. Sorry about that. Okay, and Let's see what's going on. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So they're very playful. This person is a very playful person. It's time to retreat and disconnect from the world. So it does look like they've kind of disconnected from you. Yeah, you believe that they're hiding from this kind of mask, but I do feel like it's not you two retreating together. I feel like they've actually retreated. It's almost like you don't believe me. You keep saying I have all these red flags, and all these signs, and they're kind of cautioning them though too, because they realize that you don't believe what they were saying, right? So they're kind of in a release at this time, and that's because, right, that's where the reconciliation is going to come in. So they have released you because they don't feel like they can engage with you, because you keep giving them all these warning signs that you don't believe what was going on. But this was calling in a soulmate. That doesn't surprise me. This was calling in a soulmate. But if you can't believe me, then how am I going to stay here? Right? You're supposed to be my true love. They know this. I think they may have called you in. They know that there was a past life relationship here. They tried to give you all the passion that they could, right? And they do. They want that reconciliation. So through the reconciliation, clarify on how it's going to work in the reconciliation. You deserve love. Looks like they are going to fight for this. It's safe for you to love. They want to fight. They want to trust. They want your trust. Through this heart-to-heart conversation, they want your trust, right? They don't want you to believe that they are not who they are. They want you to be more trusting with them. Okay. So clarify on the situation, please. When it comes to this reconciliation of the heart over here. Daydreams, decisions, and success and growth. So there will be success and growth within this situation after you have those heart-to-heart conversations with them. And yeah, they're listening to their intuition. They're listening to you. They're listening to their intuition. They want to give this a chance. They want to make sure that this is, where their dreams come to light. They see you as their dream. They just want you to open up. They want you to see it for what it really is. They don't want you to believe that they are not who they say they are. They don't want, like I said before, they don't want this non-trusting situation. So, clarifying. The Empress and the Knight of Wands. They want you to, they see you as the Empress, but they also want you to see that they're abundant where they say they're abundant. They are who they say they are. They've worked hard to get to where they are as well. And they want to come toward you with this inspired action. They want you to take this new world with them. They want to make a new chapter. They want this reconciliation. Wow. So that's a good thing. Right? And they're going to follow their heart towards you. Right? But they want you to understand, right, that there is some forgiveness to this situation. Right? Maybe there was a little insecurity about the situation, but they seem to understand where you're coming from. Right? And they seem to be adapting to this conversation for the Six of Wands, and also trying to, adapt to how, they had the Three of Swords when you kind of didn't trust them and you made them feel uncomfortable, right? Made them feel like they were doing something wrong when they were not. And remember, guys, it could be flipped. It could be the other way around, right? It could be you. They may not be trusting you, right? So always take that in consideration. Last cards of the reading, please. Overall outcome of the situation is resolving the conflict. Yes, we're going to resolve the conflicts for the inner peace to this situation. Okay. So, and we're going to, I love that. And we have the connection. Start connecting the way we need to start connecting. Okay. Okay, so it looks like you guys are going to be okay. You just kind of have to get past this kind of distorted kind of outlook of what was going on within the situation, right? Because you guys are soulmates. Look at that. Because you guys are soulmates and you will have this connection and you'll figure out the life purpose once you get through this healing of what's going on within this situation, why you felt that they were wearing a false mask. And whatever things, maybe they were doing weird things, right? Sometimes people do weird things, or they're seen in public with other people or something, right? And it just maybe felt they were lying to you about something. But however it is, it just says that this is not happening, and you will find this out through some, like I said, some word of mouth, or like I said, or you'll end up at their house and realize, oh my God, you do live in a mansion. You know what I mean? Like you weren't lying, right? So you just like Walmart clothes. I get it. But you're supposed to be a multimillionaire, but you're wearing Walmart clothes. You see what I'm saying? It's like, could be something like that, right? Okay, guys. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.